Hi everyone, it's Anya from Cooking with Plants, and today I can't wait to show you my simple 3-ingredient oat cookie. That's one of my go-to recipes that I just use all the time. And as a bonus, I'm going to show you how to make a very delicious filling if you want to make yourself an oat cookie sandwich. Let's get into the recipe. First up, I'm going to be adding 1 cup of rolled oats. Just old-fashioned rolled oats will do. Then for the delicious sweetness and to act as a binder, I'm adding a cup of medjool dates. They have been pitted. This is going to fill you up because of the fibre content, and it's naturally sweet. There's no added sugar in here. So for the extra special ingredient that's really going to pack a punch, I'm adding a cup of chickpeas. These will again add fibre to keep you full. They will add protein, again, to keep you full, to build your muscles. It's going to be a really delicious combination. And then as an optional extra, I'm just adding a little pinch of salt because that will actually bring out the sweetness of the dates and make these super delicious. So this is now ready to blend up. Okay, so this is nicely pulsed up. Everything's combined. That smells yummy. So now that your dough mixture is nicely combined, it's ready to shape the cookies. I like to eat these raw. I don't cook mine, but if you want to cook them up and heat them up, they will stay soft. But if you cook them for about 15 to 20 minutes on 180 degrees Celsius or about 360 degrees Fahrenheit, they will be perfect. So all you need to do is get some small pieces of this, and if you wanted to, you could actually roll these into little bliss balls and they're ready to go. So that is already ready to eat. If you wanted to, you could add some peanut butter or any flavors that you like. Like I said, I'm making cookies today. So I'm going to take a slightly larger piece of this cookie dough, shape it up. If you wanted to, you could get a glass with a flat bottom and just flatten these cookies out, but I'm going to keep them rustic and do them by hand. So this makes about 8 cookies, and I'm going to set these aside just while I make the delicious filling, which I'm sure you're going to love. So I'll put these in the freezer for about 10 minutes or so, just to firm up a little bit and get nice and cool and ready for my filling. For this delicious filling for these cookies, I'm going to use cashews as a base. So I've soaked a cup of cashews for about 1 hour. They've gone nice and soft and they've swollen up, so it looks like a larger amount than a cup, but that's what you get. If you wanted to have a lighter version and not using nuts, then you could actually use frozen bananas as well and make a creamy mixture out of that. But today I'm making a cashew base. And it's going to be a mint filling. So I've got some fresh mint, about a handful of mint leaves. So I'll add those in as well, and oh, they smell so delicious. If you don't have mint or you don't like the actual taste of mint leaves, you could also use spinach leaves and maybe a drop or two of some peppermint oil to give that flavour. Then I'm also adding in a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And to give this an amazing green colour and an antioxidant boost, I'm going to be using some matcha powder. Remember, I do have the written recipe for this down below, so follow that link if you want the full instructions and some extra little tips and tricks. Oh, it's smelling so good. That mint smells delicious. And then I've just got some cooled down peppermint tea, just in case I need a little bit of extra liquid to make this blend properly, make it creamy. So depending on the type of blender that you're using, the liquid amount is going to vary a little bit. You'll probably need about 2 to 4 tablespoons of some type of liquid. So you could either use water, you could use peppermint tea like I'm going to, just to enhance the mint flavor, or you could use some type of plant-based milk. For example, 2 tablespoons of almond milk or soy milk. So whatever you have on hand, just experiment and get creative. And then blend up the mixture. Okay, so now that this mixture is nicely blended, it's ready to put into the cookies. Now, if you don't like the taste of matcha or a very strong matcha taste, then lower this amount to 1 teaspoon of matcha only. I'm using 2 because I really like that earthy flavour. And also, if you want to sweeten it up a little bit, then add in maybe a tablespoon of maple syrup, which will also add more liquid. So just keep that in mind when you're adding a liquid to this mixture, because you don't want to have it as a dressing or a sauce. You want this as a nice thick filling. I'm going to get the cookies. This is such a great combination. I hope you give this a try because it's so delicious. So I'm just going to use the back of a spoon, and you can see it's like an ice cream consistency, nice and smooth. If you wanted to, you could even use avocado as a base for this. I know a lot of people panic and go, oh, what, avocado as a sweet filling, but it actually works really, really well. And just add some maple syrup and some vanilla, that type of thing to it, and it will blend perfectly. Or as I said, do the banana mixture as well. But for me, this is absolute heaven. So I'm just going to put some of this filling in the middle, being quite decadent with this one. And then I'm going to put a lid on there, and this is ready to eat. Oh, look at that. Mm. Mm. Oh, yum. So quick and easy to make. So delicious, packed with fibre. So good for you, very healthy and tasty. That's the main thing. Yum! Give this a try. Let me know what you think. Share it with your friends if you think they would love this recipe too. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next recipe. Bye. So good. Yumbo.